Woo!
Catfish, Mommy.
This is how you get out when your driveway looks like that. But over the years, a lot of people said, why don't you build a bridge to drive a vehicle across?
God.
Better get over here and get ready in case I catch one. It's real, Emily.
Guys, we got a lot of fish. Big fish. We're catching big fish.
Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and thank the Lord. Glory, hallelujah. It's July, and we just got probably the biggest rain of the year. Check out the creek now. I'm telling you, I think, you know, when I went to bed last night, they were saying, hey, we got a chance of possible heavy thunderstorms. But when you look at the weather, it was actually a 24% chance of rain was the highest. And our area has picked up anywhere from 3 to 5, some people maybe even close to 6 inches of rain overnight. It's 11:45 a.m. I came down early this morning to see if we could actually even get out, and clearly we can't drive across our driveway right now. You can see the driveway goes up over here. It looked a lot worse at 7:30 this morning. Well, it rained a little bit last night, and I don't think we're going to make it across the driveway today. But that's why we have a bridge, right? We can at least get out if we need to. So you can definitely tell that the water level has already receded quite a bit in just a few hours, but the water level made it to right there. So, you know, elevation wise, it's probably dropped 2 feet. You can kind of see it over there a little better. See where the debris line is? That's as high as it made it up on that bank over there. So actually it may have dropped, 3 feet in elevation in just a few hours. One thing about this creek, it will rise quickly, but typically it goes down pretty fast. It's amazing the power of water, for sure. Now, I've lived on this piece of property pretty much my entire life, so this is normal. I know when it's safe to cross. I know when the water levels, we've got plenty of markers and indicators on when it's safe to get across that in a vehicle and when it's not. It's just kind of our way of life. But I've lived through a lot of floods here on this property over the years. And our little bridge here, I know it's been here since like 2017. In 2015, we had some really major floods all summer long. We spent 2 months not able to get to our house by vehicle because this creek runs into a lake, and when the lake gets full, they can't release water if you got all the other lakes and rivers downstream that are full and holding water, they won't allow them to release, so then it backs up, and basically this became the lake for 2 months. And we had a different bridge at the time. There was just a cable walk bridge, a swinging bridge, if you might.
14th Street, 1/2 a mile south of Windy Hill Road. We are on northwest.
May of 2015 brought with it Tropical Storm Bill and almost 20 inches of rain in less than 30 days. What is normally just a small creek that runs across our driveway become a raging river for several weeks. We spent about 2 months of up and down, and the water would go up and down, but we weren't able to get to our house except by boat for a long time. So here's how it went. An hour ago, the water was at least 2 feet higher. This whole platform that holds my bridge up was underwater. Woo!
Catfish, Mommy.
This is how you get out when your driveway looks like that.
Catfish, Mommy.
Yep, just another adventure.
Catfish out there.
What'd you find, Houston?
Catfish out there.
Catfish?
Here's a fish. I'll get a fish. I want a fish. Here's a fish.
I don't think I had any down here.
Daddy, I see a fish. I want a fish.
You think you can get it in a boat?
You're learning, ain't you?
That wasn't so hard.
Up, pull, fast. There you go, good girl.
What you got, sis?
Ah, catfish.
I got you.
Got nothing on it, Daddy.
All right, pull the string. Get the string. Pull him in. Oh, it's a big one, Houston.
Pull it.
Pull him in.
Get it. Hurry.
You want to help me pull him in?
Yeah.
Come on. Looky here.
Ah!
So as you can see, 2015 turned out to be a crazy year in terms of rainfall. We had flooding like we've never seen in my lifetime. And God never says that, you know, trust in me and everything's going to go smooth. You know, that's just not how it works. Sometimes, you know, there's roadblocks and bumps in the road, and if life gives you lemons, sometimes you just have a fish fry. And that's what we did. And we had more fish to clean, and, you know, sometimes things don't go as you plan. But as you can see, it worked out for us. You know, we weren't able to drive a vehicle to our house for a long time, and we worked around it, and we had a lot of fun in doing so. So sometimes, you know, the Lord gives you a roadblock ahead, but look what He gave us in return for the challenges we faced with all the rain. Alright folks, look at that. 10 inches of rain last night from Hurricane Bill. Ran us out of our house. We're staying with my wife's grandma. Why not go fishing in town? I've been trying all day to snag one of these big suckers. I don't know how much he weighs, but feels like 35, 40 pounds. I don't know, he's big. I'm gonna turn him loose, see if we can catch another one. Woo! And that year, everything washed out in 2015. And it took us about 2 years to figure out how to replace it, because we didn't want something that was gonna be dangerous and unsafe. So this was the answer. Obviously, it's not something you can drive a car across, but over the years, a lot of people said, why don't you build a bridge to drive a vehicle across? Well, from this point to that point over there, it's like 120 feet straight line. So this bridge is arched so that it stays up above the water, and obviously for stability. It's wide enough that we can drive a side-by-side or an ATV across, but definitely not for a vehicle. Building this thing was fun though. Building it, I'd say it was fun. I didn't build it. I had a local company build it and come in and set it. We got a whole series of videos on that from 2017. But anyways, to build a bridge big enough, strong enough that we could cross it with a car would be a tremendous expense. You're talking $750,000 to $1 million maybe, because for insurance purposes, in case somebody gets hurt, you know, driving something across that they shouldn't, you're going to have an architect to design it and an engineer to certify it and all those things. This has a lot less liability, you know, and really this is the first time the creek has been this high in probably at least a year, if not longer. Now, I will say some years we get rains like this much more often. It takes a good 3 to 4 inches of rain for it to really get up like this. And we haven't been getting big rains. So this doesn't happen that often, really. So there's some of the remnants of the old bridge. We used to have a cable bridge that span across there. And soon we'll have a big arched walk bridge. We're having a company, CD Brown Construction here in our hometown, is going to build us a bridge. They are custom building a walk bridge.
Some of them are our neighbors.
Some of them are our neighbors. And the new bridge will be a metal structure that has a, you know,
like this.
A rise of about 5 feet. So
yeah,
it's going to free span.
It's like a rainbow.
It'll look like a rainbow.
Like this.
It'll free span across the creek. So here we are on the north side, and basically we're going to build a big stem wall to level it out, because the south side was about 4 foot higher than the north side. So they've got everything formed up, and we're going to pour a concrete stem wall. The bridge will set on top of this,
and it'll go like right
and then span across over to there.
Yeah.
So I know this creek doesn't look like much, but when we get a big rain, it gets way up. And this is the only access by car that we have into our property.
Remember the last time it rained a super lot and the waves got really big and it touched the our thing and our bridge, and like we had to get a new one.
And we're gonna do a lot of cleaning up in here because they need dirt to backfill to build this up. I mean, you obviously know we got to build that up to the top of where the bridge or where that concrete structure is going to be, and then slope it out here. So as a bonus, they need dirt, so they're going to do a lot of cleaning up in this bottom, clean up a lot of those old dead trees that have fallen, and then take their dirt from over there and pile it over here.
I'm holding a rock.
You're holding a rock. So over there is where the bridge is. The creek runs through here. We've had this old dam. Used to be that the water went over the top of that dam, but it actually hasn't done that in several decades. Well, guess what? We're working on another project to get the water to go over the dam. Now it just looks like dirt, but there's actually several loads of those big boulders in there. This is where we're pulling dirt out. Getting dirt, he needs dirt. He needed a lot of topsoil to backfill around the bridge. So since we were back here working and he needed the dirt, we worked out a deal. So the bridge project is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. But this over here, this little side project has got me really excited because this is going to be an awesome swimming hole. After it backs up, fills up, oh man, it's going to be cool. It won't be long, we'll have water going over the dam right here. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm excited about this. This is going to be cool. You ever had one of those days where you feel like you're on top of the world? Well, Emily and I aren't on top of the world, but we are on top of our new bridge. Well guys, I'm standing under the middle of this bridge right here, and it's about 7.5 or 8 feet tall. So by the time they get this thing stretched out over the creek, it's gonna be very, very tall. By tomorrow, say lunchtime, this bridge will be sitting across the creek. And I can't wait to show everybody because it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good talk, Emily. Yeah. That right there is cool. We made it down the hill, and I'm going to try to get it set down and then lift it up and set it in place. Been flying the drone all around it. Got the drone in some tight spots this morning, but I think we have some awesome footage. This is gonna be so cool. I can't wait.
What do you think, Weston?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think, Emily?
It's cool.
It's awesome.
Well, it's across the creek technically.
Yeah.
Just not exactly where it's supposed to be. Sitting on our low water crossing right now. We're gonna lift it up and set it up in place in just a few minutes. It's gonna be awesome. Woo, that was a close one. You see that? It twisted. Chain come loose and it twisted, I guess. Reset, retry.
Gotta have a little mishap every once in a while. It's alright. Still together, it didn't hurt it.
Bear, I think this is a success. Bella, you're getting me all wet. Yep, me and Bear say this is a success. Almost finished, almost. Is it tall enough for you?
Well, I'm scared of heights, so I don't know.
I forgot about that. Today, our bridge builder called and said he wanted to test out the bridge. He wanted to bring an ATV down here and be the first person to drive across the bridge. So we all loaded up because it's an exciting day. And we're gonna go test out the new bridge. It's finished. May need some more paint in a few places, little details like that, but the floor is in, the bridge is up, and we're gonna see if we can cross it today. Awesome. What do you think, Mom?
Holy bucket.
Are you scared?
Little.
What are you scared of?
Full high.
It's pretty tall, isn't it?
Way tall.
It's a little shaky when y'all jump around out here. Here we go. We're gonna cross it for the first time on the side-by-side. What are your thoughts, Mom? You got a bridge across the creek?
I do. Cannot see.
Can't see. It's too
No,
bright.
It is very bright.
That's just unbelievable. That is something right there I've dreamed of probably most of my life. I know all of my adult life. And this right here is exactly why we built this right here. I'm so thankful that my family and I were able to get this bridge built last year. Without it, we wouldn't have access to our home. And as you can see, that bridge up there, it's just a pedestrian bridge, a walk bridge. You can drive an ATV across it, but it allows us access in and out of our property because there's no way you're driving a vehicle through that. A car, truck, I don't care what it is, it's gonna get washed away. But the bridge, so thankful for that bridge. Now, like I say, I do wish this would happen more frequently. I feel like when I was a kid, these creek floods would happen a lot more frequent and a lot bigger rains. It's the last several years, we just have not been getting these flash flood type rains very often. And like I said, 2015 was kind of an exception, but it usually happens a few times a year, typically in the spring or late fall. But it's such a good thing for this creek to flood like this, to clean out all the debris and all the sticks and leaves and trash, and it just really revitalizes the creek. It brings up a lot more fish from the lake, and that's kind of one of the joys of when the creek floods. The creek fishing is just, it sets it on fire because the fish come up out of the lake to feed and to spawn and do all the things that fish do in a creek or a river. And usually, historically saying, the creek fishing is on fire, especially in the spring. The sand bass, or white bass as a lot of people like to call them, run up the creek, and it's the best time in the world. Like, there's nothing better than spending time on the creek with the kids catching those sand bass. Hold him up higher. Gotta get back. Emily's got her first one. It's probably because of that bright orange OSU jacket, huh?
Can we keep it?
Yeah, we'll keep it.
Can I touch it, Houston?
Yeah, you can do it. You got this, girl. There you go. Now come out of his mouth. Come out. There you go. Lower your pole down.
That's a good one.
Lower it down. Keep the line tight, buddy. All right, now let's pull him up here.
Ooh. I'll grab it. I'll grab it.
Good job, Houston.
Good one.
That was a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Better get over here and get ready in case I catch one. It's real, Emily.
Guys, we got a lot of fish. Big fish. We're catching big fish. Yeah. That's doing good.
Reel him in. Here it comes.
It's a big one.
All right, pick him up.
You.
Pick him up. Oh! Good job, Houston.
I like this fish.
How many have you caught?
5 or 7.
5 or 7. Don't go way down there, Houston. You won't be able to throw it, buddy. Oh, crap. You're already across the log. Let's go get him unhung again. Well, this is a unique place to live. It is very unique to have a creek like this across our driveway. And, you know, a lot of people want to know how we make it work. Like, how's it even possible if you get flooded in and can't get out? Well, you just have to pay attention. You have to plan ahead, and we just move vehicles to the other side of the creek before it rains. And then we've got the walk bridge that you guys saw to get in and out. And like I said, it usually when it floods, the creek comes up, and the same day the water's back down. Today it's already dropped a couple feet, and you know, in 3 or 4 more hours, hopefully it'll drop a couple more feet, and we'll be able to drive through. But I was a trooper for 14 years, driving a Dodge Charger for the most part of my career, and I never once got completely stuck on this side with my car. I always planned ahead. Now, there were times I'd have to get up in the middle of the night because I didn't plan ahead, didn't think it was going to rain that much, move the car across the creek and then walk back home. But it's just part of living where we live, and I wouldn't change a thing. Like, everyone has had 1,000 suggestions on how to build something you could drive across, but people just don't realize the volume of water this creek carries, because where I'm standing is a good 5-6 feet above the dam water level right there, the level going across the dam. And I've seen this plateau right here, this whole area flood and be under a foot or 2 of water. So you think about it, that puts water 10 to 12 feet, probably 10 to 12 feet deep at the driveway. So there's no number of tin horns that you could set in there next to each other and pour concrete and gravel and all that stuff across that would hold back that volume of water. All right, well, it's now about 2:30 and the creek is almost down back to normal. As you can see, there's maybe 8 inches of water out there. The slab, the concrete slab on the other side, is well exposed, and our general rule of thumb is if you can see concrete on that side, it's plenty low enough to cross. Now, I don't recommend anyone driving across water if they don't know what's out there and know what the depth is, but like I said, this has been a lifetime of experience. It's definitely still got quite a bit of water rolling, and it's still stained, but that's how fast it comes up and goes down. So you can see it's plenty safe to cross now, and the creek got a good cleaning out today, and it's 2:30. Probably could have crossed this thing, I don't know, an hour or 2 ago easily. So I don't know, it just takes a little bit of proper prior planning to prevent that something poor performance, right? But anyways, as you can see throughout the video, having the bridge here gives us an exit, a safe exit when the creek does get up, if we need to leave, if there's an emergency, or if it's just get the kids to school. As long as we have a vehicle on the other side, we're good. And this creek really is just a part of me. It's a part of who I am. It's a part of my family and who we are. We spend so much time down here fishing and playing and doing all the things that creek life entails, I guess. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.